Hi guys, good morning. It's your girl Bridget Ekpo. Welcome to Oyinbo TV. I'm so glad that you can join me today. Today, first of all, before I get into it, if you haven't subscribed, please join our family. And we'll talk about issues that generally affect Africans who live in the diaspora. We'll also talk about other issues. So ensure that you hit on that subscribe button and hit on the bell sign so you get notification whenever I post my videos. Today, I want to talk about church. I need to be very, very careful the way I spin this so that I will not get myself into trouble. Right, so I'm talking about church, African churches, gossips, bullying behavior, and clap back. Clap back. That's what I'm talking about today. I think it's really important to pray, to ask God to lead you to the right church because a lot of problems happen in churches. Honestly, some of you have asked me to talk about gossips and all the things that happen in African churches. I still believe that you need to, really pray about where you want to worship God, that God should lead you. The thing about most Africans is that we are very religious, but for most of us, we are not spiritual. We are religious, but not spiritual. There's a difference between being religious and being spiritual. I don't really have time to go into that today, but those who know. However, most of us miss that point. For most of us, it's just attending church every Sunday, and praying to God and, giving our tithe and offering. And after that, we are back to our normal life. We carry on as usual. It doesn't matter what happens in between when you are out of the church. Once you go back, all you have to do is just pray and give your offering, and then you carry on, whatever you are doing. I'm not judging. I'm not one to judge. That's the thing about me. I don't to your tent, O Israel. I believe everyone is entitled to live their life the way they want to live. And the thing about this Obodo is that religion is perceived differently here. Some people don't even believe in God. But in Africa, it's unheard of to say you don't believe in God or you don't go you don't go to church. I remember one incident that happened when I went to Nigeria in 2006 on a Sunday. I went out. Obviously, I didn't go to church because of the way I was dressed. I think I was wearing shorts or something like that and a t-shirt. And a friend of mine went to a restaurant to have lunch. Oh my God. So all these people were coming out of church dressed in all their big gele and all their lace wrapper and everything with all their families. And they came to that restaurant. If you see the eye they were giving us. If you see the way, this particular woman, the way she was looking at us, it's like we've killed somebody. And the looks was so, I was like, So I asked my friend, I said, why is this woman looking at us with bad eye? She said, it's because we didn't go to church. Oh. That's why. She's probably looking at us and saying, can you imagine, on a Sunday morning, look at what she's wearing. She didn't go to church. That's how Nigerians or Africans judge. I say, okay, what's my own? That's her cup of tea. No consign me. Anyway, so this is what I usually do. Me in church, I mind my business. This minding your business thing is really, really good. I mind my business. As I come to church, one service is over. My children, I'll go and collect them from Sunday school. Those who are in Sunday school. The older ones don't go to our church anymore now. They go to their own, they have a church that they go to. But the two younger ones, at least those ones are still, we can still tell them, come to us, come with us. So those ones still follow us to church. I'll just go and pick them. Ileya, I'm going home, JJ. Because there's a reason why I do that. It's not like I don't want to interact with people or I don't want to mingle, because some people in this Obodo use church like a social place, a social club, because a lot of people who live alone, they're isolated, they don't have anybody to talk to, apart from going to work. Or some people who are retired, a lot of elderly people who are retired, church is the only basic place that they have that is consistent, where they can see people from African background they can relate to. So you find that after service, a lot of people will just hang around and sit and chat. I don't get involved in sitting around and chatting in church, because that's where the gossip starts. It's when you sit down, that's when you now see what somebody is wearing and what somebody is not wearing. People will find something to gossip about. That's just it. They always find something to gossip about. So because I don't want to get involved in gossip or talking about people or gossiping about jury or no jury, one service is over, I carry my children, Ileya, I go home. So that is the way to avoid it. That is just the way to avoid church gossip. Don't get involved in it. Once service is over, just go home. Even if you're a church worker, you have things to do in the church, get to it and leave. Don't hang around. Hanging around and trying to make friends and talking with everybody, before you know, you get into trouble. They will start fighting. So yeah, that is it with in terms of how to avoid gossip in the church. But however, in any church that you belong to, there will be that one person that will be getting on your nerve. Like, this person will just be like the devil that they sent to you, that wants to bully you in the church. Yeah, it's sad that bullying goes on. We talk about bullying and we teach children, you know, how to cope with bullying and, you know, how to fight back and things like that. But it's sad, some adults are bullies. Some adults, the kind of bullying that goes on in the church is unbelievable. They bully other adults. And on this occasion, this particular one that I want to share, it's not even me directly, because as you see me like this, nobody can bully me. It's no joke. Nobody can bully me. It's not even bragging. Go on. Nobody can believe me, because I will not allow myself to be bullied. But my husband is a different person. He's very quiet and, you know, somebody that, you know, is peace loving. And, you know, bullies always look for people who they feel will not want to fight back because they are peace loving, or they are quiet, or they keep to themselves. They always pick on them. So there's this woman in my church that's been picking on my husband for years. I will keep quiet. So this woman in the church has been bullying my husband. Every time, people in the church, and you know, my husband will not tell me what is going on. People in the church will call me and tell me, Bridget, where are you? Look at the way this woman is talking to you, to your husband. This woman is abusing your husband. I will say, what is the wahala? I don't want to fight in church. You know, I don't want to fight, so I'll just overlook it. This is an older woman, oh. It's not a child, though. A woman in her 60s I'm talking about, though. This woman is in her 60s. She has no skills in terms of how to talk to people. Maybe somebody is doing something wrong. For instance, if you're on the phone in the church, how you can gently correct somebody because it's a place of worship. No, she will just come and shout out to you and talk to you anyhow and disrespect you. So since I came to that church, I observed this is how she behaves. I stay away from her. You know, I see her, I will greet her and just pass. That's it. Nothing joins us together. So she's been picking on my husband persistently. I just overlook because I know my husband will not want me to go and fight in church. But she finally did one that I couldn't take it anymore. And again, on this occasion, I was not there when it happened. But people from the church were calling me and telling me, this is what happened. You need to set her straight when they have meetings, the way she will be behaving, shouting and abusing him. I didn't say anything. One day, I didn't go to church. I just got ready, you know, dressed up and went to church to look for her. That day, I was ready for her. I wanted to deal with this woman in a way that whenever she sees me and my family, she will be very far from us. She says she chop winch. I will tell her that you can't just be behaving like that. So, as God will have it, the first day that I went to the church to go and, you know, confront her, she wasn't there. They say she traveled. This thing pained me. I was looking for her everywhere. I said, where is this woman? They say she's not here. She traveled. I said, all the things I planned to do, I couldn't do it that day. I still made small noise. I left. The next Sunday, I came back. Some of her bully mates in the church had already called her to tell her that Ms. Ekpo came to church and wanted to come and fight you. Me, I don't care. I fear nobody. I respect people, but I fear God. It's only God that I fear. Who are you that I should be afraid of you? For what? So the next Sunday, I got ready. I said, today, this matter is not over yet. This time around, she was ready for me because they told her that I came the previous Sunday. I waited. When service was over, she came downstairs. I just went to meet her. I said, I want to talk to you. She said, waiting. She always speaks pidgin English. Waiting. Waiting happen. Waiting happen. They say you can't find me last Sunday. Now I say, yes, I can't find you last Sunday. I said, waiting my husband do you? Waiting do you? I want you to tell me. Just tell me today so we can resolve it. Because enough is enough. Kinika. She knows she was talking jargons. I said, I want to warn you. If you see me, oh my God, you will not believe when I get angry. I don't get angry often, but if I do, all my body will be shaking like this. I said, for the rest of your life, as long as we are in this church, if you see my husband, do not talk to him. Don't even greet him. Do not say a word. If I hear in your miserable life that you ever say a word to my husband again, you will be sorry. Me and you, it's not only police station will end up, it's courts will end up. Because you have no respect. You've been bullying him. You've been calling us all sorts of names in my family. What is it? Why are you targeting us? What have we done to you? I gave it to her. The whole church. I'm not proud of it. Looking back, I'm not proud of it, but it had to be done because some people, you just need to tell them that they should stop. Because what I found about bullies is that a bully will never stop until you fight back. And that was my fight back on behalf of my husband. Because I know he will never fight back. So I stood up for him. People now gathered. My husband came. Oh, Bridget, did I tell you to go and fight? Can you come? Can you come? I don't like it. Come and go home. Come and go home. Some people were pulling him behind and said, leave her alone. Leave her alone. Let her deal with this woman. Her own is too much in this church. Every time she'll be bullying people. She'll be picking on you. Everybody is afraid of her. She's not the wife of the pastor. What is your own in this church? I cannot count the number of people this woman has driven away from church because of her bad, evil behavior. And everybody will be looking at her. They'll say, Yoruba people are not confrontational. They don't want to confront her. Me, I'm not Yoruba. I will confront you and deal with you. Because you say you are sent by Satan. I will tell you that I'm sent by God. So, eventually, I left. I went home. And people were calling me and saying, you did her well. You did her well. She was crying. She was shaking. Since then, if she see me, she'll go this way, I'll go this way. If she sees my husband, no incident of bullying has happened. At least that I know of, or anybody has told me. My husband has not told me anything. Usually will not tell me, but church people will tell me. Nobody has ever told me that she did that nonsense again. This woman, her own was too much. I've never seen anything like, some people, their life is also full of frustration. And, they have no joy in their life. So they go around trying to make everybody else miserable. And, they usually take it out on people in church. And this woman, she will be the first to come to church and the last to leave. Anything they are doing, she will be there controlling, even where she shouldn't be, where men are. Because our church is a spiritual church, whereby the role of women is limited. It's men that usually take the lead in most of the spiritual activities. But she will be there. She'll be pointing out, telling men what to do, trying to instruct them in the house of God. So since then, let me tell you guys what happened last year. So we have harvest. We have two harvests. We have the juvenile one. Our church is like the typical African church or Anglican church or Catholic church where you have the juvenile harvest and you have the adult harvest. We have it every year. They made me child lady. I didn't want to accept it. I said I don't want to do because I don't want, before they'll say, Kini Kokini, they'll start talking about you that you want to show off. I'm not somebody that shows off. I don't need to show off for anybody. It's not church that even if you want to show off, that you'll be showing off. So I just go to my church, I worship my God gently, and I go home. So they appointed me, the chairman of the church came and said, Bridget, I know you can do this thing, please. You'll be good at organizing. I want you to be the child lady. I didn't want to do it. I told him straight away, I said, no, I'm not doing it. But he went and spoke to my husband in my, behind, and he came and convinced me. I said, do it, don't worry, I'll support you. So I decided to do it. Come and see. It's like they are waiting to see how I'm going to do it. But we serve a living God. Because they've not seen me with anybody. They feel like I don't know people. This is where my community came in. They all wore the same cloth. Come and see, the harvest was packed. And I decided to wear the biggest of the biggest gold. This time around, I went to Dubai specifically to buy this one for this harvest. Yeah, because sometimes, you need to tell people who you are. Because they don't know you. And because they don't know you, they take you for granted. Because if you are humble, sometimes your humility, they take it for granted. They think, oh, you are a nobody. This time around, I wanted to show them who I am. So, you see this gidigba gold, I put it in my neck. They stole the earring when I went to Nigeria. Thank God I didn't take the necklace to Nigeria. They stole the earring because I took the earrings to Nigeria on my last trip. So I wore it, and as God will have it, God took all the glory. The church was filled to the brim. People came. The harvest was success. There was food. There was everything. The people came and said it's one of the most organized harvests we've ever had in that church. So I give God the glory. It's not me that did it. It was a committee, but I was, chairing it with somebody else, who is the chairman, and I was the child lady. But God took control. So my point in this whole thing is that, church, worship your God and go home. Don't get yourself involved in any gossips or in any kind of friendship. Me, I don't have friends in my church. I do not have any friends in my church. I greet everybody. I'm friendly with everybody. But it's not friends that you come to my house, I'll come to you. I don't. Because that's before you know. Hi, the things that goes on in African churches, Jesus is Lord. Some people have left churches because of gossip. So to avoid gossip, just keep to yourself, worship your God. As soon as service is over, carry your family and go home. Even if you are playing a role in the church in terms of, you know, you're a church worker and you are doing things in the church, do it quietly. Try to mind your business and just go to your house. That is the only, otherwise, it is well. That's why they say it in Nigeria. It is well, oh. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Somebody said I should talk about gossip that goes on in church and also gossip that goes on in the school gate. I hope you've enjoyed this. Leave me a comment down below in the comment section. Let's take the conversation forward. Thanks for watching. I love you. Bye-bye.
Believe in God the Father. We believe in Jesus Christ. We believe in the Holy Spirit.